What's going on YouTube? Yankee Cowboy back for another video. Today on the bench we got the XDE. I've been after this gun since it came out. I found it at Cabela's used for a really great price, so I jumped on it. We're going to hop down on the bench and take a look. Alright guys, so here we are down on the bench with the Springfield XDE. This is chambered in 45. This is a 3.3 inch. This gun is hot. We're going to make safe right now. The hammer is down. It's decocked, so we'll drop the mag. Expel the round. Look at that nice polished feed ramp on that. I love Springfields. Their ramps come so polished from the factory. I used to have the, I had the XDSs. I had it in 45 and 9mm, but since now they're both gone because, like I said, I'm pretty much away from striker fired. I'm pretty much into the hammer fired. But let's drop that down. Gun is clear. All right, so let's get into it. There's no box, none of that stuff. This firearm was purchased used at Cabela's. I happen to be scrolling through their gun library, and I seen this in there for 350 bucks. Came as you see, though. It just came with the 6-round mag and the pinky extension and the firearm. No manuals, no nothing like that, which, you know, at this point, I don't really care. I'm not worried about extra fiber optic tubes. I have plenty left over from my XDSs, and mags, they're fairly inexpensive for this. You can get, I believe, 3 or 4 mags in the case on Gunbroker for like 79 bucks. So if anybody's interested in that, check it out on Gunbroker. You get the 7-round mags. So not a big deal there. $350 for the gun. I thought it was a great price. These guns are $5 and change, brand new. A buddy of mine at work bought it prior to me getting it. I've been after this gun for a while, but a friend of mine at work bought it. I fired it. Loved it. Great gun. Accurate. You know, it's a Springfield. I figured it was going to be good, but he did buy it before me, so I was able to shoot it with him up at our club, and it was great. So once I saw this in Cabela's for the price, I was like, you know what? That's not bad. I could live with buying, even if I bought one mag at $35. It's still excuse me, it's still a better deal than me getting it brand new. All I've done to it was, you know, I was bored one night, so I threw a red color fill on it. Springfield logo, color filled. Did the XDE, the Springfield down here. And on this side, I did the 3.3, the 45, and the XDE. Sight picture is nice on this. Let me see if this is kind of a weird angle, if I can get that for you. It's got a nice fiber optic tube. Their fiber optics are really bright on their firearms. So get that to focus for you. Nice sight picture on it. They always give you a nice fiber optic. The back of the hammer here says XDE on it. Nice little touch there. Yeah, so this is, you know, it's a double action, single action, so it's got ambidextrous, safety, and decocker, so right now it's back in single action. Drop it down. You could also run it with the safety on, even though it's decocked. You can also have a safety on it. I run it just like this with a decock. That's perfectly fine, perfectly safe. The trigger on this is actually fantastic, guys. Even the double, it's pretty clean. And then there's your reset. Right there. A little bit of take up creep to get back to, and then brakes again. I mean, it's got a really, really nice trigger on it. I got some CZs, I got the Rammy, and I got my P07. Those are really nice triggers. This trigger is very, very good out of the factory. I was very impressed with this trigger. You know, it shot really great for me in double, you know, on the first pull. And then once it gets into single, man, it's got a great trigger on it. You could do double taps with this very, very well, very easily. It's got the loaded chamber indicator on top. It's pretty much your standard fare, just like an XDS, except it's an XDE. For E stands for external hammer. And, you know, the stippling's okay. I'm not a big fan of this. I don't know who in their department, you know, authorized writing grip zone on there. This has got to go. This is going to get stippled. You know, once I get a free night, I'm going to stipple this whole grip. And so it'll look, you know, in my opinion, it'll look better. I don't care for that grip zone. I think that's horrible looking. They should have never put that on the gun. But I'm not an engineer for Springfield, so nothing I can do about that. All right, takedown, pretty much the standard way you would take down an XDS. You're going to take it back, slide lock. You're going to flip this lever up. No need to pull the trigger. Take the slide off. There's your internals. You got a small polished feed ramp right here. You know, which is very, very high polished. And I've had no issues with feeding any kind of ammo through this thus far. And then let's take the barrel out, take the spring out, the barrel out. This gun's very clean right now because I cleaned it recently. But fire and pin block in there. So that's a little added safety bonus. Extractor on this side. Loaded chamber indicator. This pops up when you got one in the chamber. It'll look like that. Just, you know, overall typical Springfield. Very nice. Here's the barrel. 45. Nice big hole in it. See if you can see the rifling in there. See if I can get this to the right angle of focus. There you go. Rifling is nice and clean inside. I mean, whoever owned this gun didn't have it very long or shoot it very much. Feed ramp is beautiful. Like I said, Springfield always provides a very high polished feed ramp. Top, like I said, I got over 500 through it, and the top of this is hardly even scratched. They put a very good coating on this. I don't know if it's DLC or whatever it is. I'm going to have to look that up because they do a nice coating on their barrels. So we'll pop this back in. Spring back on. Just going to do reverse of what we did. We're going to slide it on. Take it back to the slide stop. Drop that lever forward. Drop it down. Decock, and it's ready to go. I'm going to actually put the mag back in it. Nobody gets scared. There's nothing in the chamber. But yeah, this is a great gun. The reason why I switched to this is I'm pretty heavy, guys. I got a tactical muffin top, and I like to appendix carry. As of late, I've gotten very spoiled with the appendix carry and with my smaller mouse guns. So I wanted a single stack gun, and I wanted a hammer fired gun. And when this was released, I kind of had my eye on it. All right, like I said, once I made the transition over to hammer fired, I knew I had to have a single stack. It's just easier for me to carry, and it's very comfortable. I forget I even have this thing on half of the time. And what I'm carrying in, I'll show you guys what I carry it in. This is just a cheap size number 4 Uncle Mike's. So when I put this in appendix style, if I go to draw, this sticky area here grabs. I have no issues with it. I can actually even reholster. I know it's a cheap holster, but you know what? It works for me. This is my carry package. Just stick this in the front of my pants, you know, and no issues. It's decocked, so I don't have to worry about anything like that. It's got a firing pin block. I can run a safety on it if I want. Very safe to carry. That's one of the reasons why I went to hammer fired, but that's another video. So the Uncle Mike's works out great. That's my carry package right now. And like I said, this has been a great gun. You know, a little over 500 rounds through it. Always had pretty good luck with Springfields. I like them, but with the transition over to hammer fire, you can't go wrong with this thing, guys. And I personally like 45. I reload 45 a lot. It's you know, for me, it's 9mm or 45. And when I had this XDS, I did like it in 45 for a polymer gun. And you know, you think in 45, it really wasn't bad. This thing's very manageable. And actually, this one with the hammer, I think this one's very, very manageable. It's very nice, very comfortable to shoot. Not a lot of kick, not a lot of recoil, in my opinion. And it's been great. All right, guys, we're going to hop out for some final thoughts. All right, guys, so some final thoughts on the Springfield XDE. It's no shocker to me, guys, that I knew I loved this gun because I fired it before I bought it. A friend of mine bought it actually before I got it. And just a great gun. I found it for a great price, like I said, at Cabela's, so I jumped on it. It's been a great performer since. I've got, you know, probably over 500 rounds through it already, and no issues, no problems. I don't foresee any problems, so, you know, we'll keep you posted on it. But this is in the rotation because it's slim. It's easy for me to appendix carry in that cheap Uncle Mike's holster I got, so it works for me. All right, guys, be sure to leave me some comments down below. It helps out. Be sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and we'll see you guys on the next one.